So my sisters and I took a trip, and I decided to vlog the whole thing. So I'm here to share some of the experiences that I had and some of the lessons that I learned. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a thought down below. So the people of Bali don't sleep. Like, they don't sleep. They like the stores, the shops, the clothing shops and all of that, they close late, like at around 11 p.m. and only a small percentage of shops close like at 10 p.m. and that's the norm. It's not, do you know how in South Africa we close late if it's around Christmas time? But then they close at 11 p.m. every night, holiday or no holiday. So I'm not sure when they sleep and get enough rest. And the traffic is always bad. I'm not sure how they manage to not bump into each other or not scratch each other's cars, because you've got normal cars on the road, and then there are buses, of course, and then there are motorbikes. But the difference between here and there is that motorbikes are like taxis, so there are a million motorbikes on the road just picking people up and taking people from point A to point B. And also there are horses, like carriages, that are also a mode of public transport. One of the things that I loved about Kuta and Ubud is the men there are such gentlemen. Like, they will always open the door for you, and if there's a lady in the lift and maybe she's alone or it's just ladies and the man wants to use the lift as well, like, he'll ask you to say, like, there's so many instances where it was just me and I was in the lift and a guy wanted to join me, and he'd ask and say, may I join you? They're so polite and so kind, and I appreciated that. And even the securities on the road, because the traffic is so bad, they have like a whistle, and when a lady wants to cross the road, they literally stop the traffic for you. Literally, like, they walk onto the road and blow their whistle, and the cars, they know to slow down and stop and give you way. We went to this restaurant called Majoli, and Majoli owns like a private beach almost. So we got like a gazebo, we got some chairs, we got some towels, some drinks. It was all part of the package that we paid for, I guess, to see the private beach, to hang out at the private beach. And what I also loved about that, besides the fact that it was empty-ish, because it was private, I also loved that it was right next to the airport, so you could see the flights landing and taking off. Obviously it was at a distance, but you can just see them landing and taking off, and that was pretty cool for me. The water was super clean, and there were boats where if you wanted to explore the sea, you could do that. I didn't feel like doing that at all. I just literally wanted to rest and put my feet in water and just be on the sand for a little bit and rest for once, because we spent a lot of time walking. And then we took a drive to see the waterfall and to experience the famous Bali swing. And the drive there was so nice. Like, our driver, he was so kind. Like I said, Bali is super kind, but he arranged the time for us where we left at around, I think, 8 a.m. or half past. No, we left at 7:30. We'd always leave at 7:30 for each tour, so we have a full day. And even if we come back home late, he'd still be able to bring us home late. Like, he just literally wanted us to have the best time and experience or everything that Bali has to offer. The waterfall was really, really nice, and because we got there early enough, it wasn't too full. Now, at the swing, I didn't know this. I thought there was one Bali swing, but it turns out there are so many spread across Kuta spread across Ubud, I think, and it depends on, you just have to choose one. Obviously our driver, because he knows the place, chose one, and I'm so thankful that he chose like a perfect one, because Not a lot of people go to that one. I don't know why, but not a lot of people go to that one. So it was empty. I say this because people queue to get on that swing. Like people queue for an hour plus to get on the swing. And so when we got there, it was empty really. We were the first people to get on the swing, and there's a guy who works there who takes all the pictures. So because he has experience and he knows where to stand to get the perfect picture, that's his job. Hello. So just catching in quickly, we're here to have lunch. We just had lunch and we're just checking out the volcano. In the morning we went to see the waterfall, and then we did the swing, the famous Bali swing. We had to do that. Now it's around 4 p.m. So I think it's one more thing that we need to do, the rice fields, and then we'll go home. So my sister's in the background. So I just want to mention, I forgot to mention this. I just want to mention how it blows my mind how safe it is here. The crime rate is extremely low. It's so safe, random fact. I went outside, which is around that side. I went out there to like film a clip, the clip that I just filmed now. So I walked out to film a clip that took me about 4 takes because the trucks kept passing by, and obviously I wanted to be audible. And I left my phone, I don't know, I'll show you now where I left it. It's on this table. And my sisters are over there taking pictures, taking videos, and no one is really taking care of my phone in that way. And where I left it, we say I found it, which truly, it sounds so mundane, but truly when you live in South Africa, it blows my mind. Even with bags, like we leave them in the car and we don't triple check the handles to make sure that the car is locked. So that was Bali, and then next was Singapore. Singapore was nice, very nice, but expensive. Singapore is the opposite of Bali. Bali is peaceful and kind and amazing and affordable. And then Singapore is the exact opposite. Like people of Singapore are not friendly. Like they remind me of Suits. You know the series Suits, Harvey Specter. All the men there are Harvey Specters and the Rachels. Like everyone is in a suit and in this corporate dress, and everyone is just rushing to work. Like they don't have time for tourists. They don't have time for small talk. They just need to get to where they need to get to. Period. So that's it. It was very clean. It's very clean. It's the cleanest place I've ever visited. It's the cleanest place I've ever visited. Because they have strict rules on littering. You're not allowed, littering is against the law. Like they don't play like that. What's also against the law is chewing gum. So you can't be out here chewing your gum in the middle of the street. It's so bad that they don't even sell gum. Like gum is not a thing. They don't sell gum in their garages, the stores. So there's no way you can get gum really, unless of course you're a foreigner and you brought gum with you. We checked out the mall I can't remember what was the name of that mall. I can't remember the mall, but it's called Marina Bay Sands. Yeah, that's the name of the mall, Marina Bay Sands, and it's this huge, glamorous, extravagant mall that most of the shops there are the shops that you find at the Diamond Walking Center, like the Louis, the Gucci's. That's generally what the mall consists of. And so we looked at the mall, we checked out the shops. I don't mean we bought, we checked out the shops. And then we needed to get to the other side where we would get the bridge. I can't remember the name of the bridge and what is that? The botanical gardens, where you find the trees that light up and all these beautiful things. So that's it for my trip. Obviously there's a whole lot more, but I wanted to keep it short. All in all, my Bali trip was amazing. I would go back to Bali in a heartbeat, mainly for the people. That's how much they blew me away. Like, it's so safe. It's Singapore as well. It's so safe. It's so beautiful. The people are so kind. The people are they are such human beings, and I loved it. I'd go back to Bali tomorrow, and there are so many places that I didn't get a chance to go and explore, so I definitely go back for those. My Singapore trip was beautiful, short, but exactly, it was perfect for how expensive Singapore is. A pizza in Singapore, we had pizza for dinner one night, and like a medium, it wasn't like a large, a medium pizza was around 300 rand. And I was just like, but anyway, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.